YouTube, it's Jen. I'm back finally. It's been a minute since my first video, and I am sorry about that for any of you who are waited with bated breath for me to come back. I had a couple of friends visit from Long Island, and one of said friends ended up fracturing her scapula, so it's been a little bit stressful, but now everything's alright. She's back home, she's doing okay, we're all fine, but, you know, it took up a lot of time, so I didn't have time to update. So, now, here we are. It is Monday the 16th of May, and I am 2 days away from surgery. I have been on a liquid diet for the last 2 weeks, which has been rough, to say the least. But it's not rough to drink all of that, but it's just that the cravings that I've been experiencing have been very intense, and I was not prepared for how intense they would be. If you want to know what I've been drinking, it's a protein shake that I got at Costco, and it's a ready-made protein shake, but it has, I can't remember exactly how many grams, but I think like 30 grams of protein and like 4 grams of carbs, which is what, it had to be under 5 grams of carbs and over 20 grams of protein, so that fit the bill. But anyway, so it's 3 of those a day, and then I can have a yogurt that meets some specifications, or sugar-free popsicles, or Jell-O. And since I don't like Jell-O, I've been eating yogurt and popsicles once a day, every day for the last almost 2 weeks, plus the shakes. And I have to drink 64 ounces of water a day, which is a lot, let me tell you. I've had to pee a lot. It's been pretty impressive, but you know, whatever, at least I'm hydrated. So that's the diet that I've been on. The cravings have been rough, like I said before, but it's okay. Again, I'm still going to have to maintain this diet for the 2 weeks after surgery, which is fine. I think it would probably be a little bit more manageable then, because my stomach will be a lot smaller and it will be healing, so I probably won't want to eat. So, you know, cool. I can deal with that. Anyway, in my last video, I told you guys that in my next video, this video, I would tell you more about myself and how I got to this point where I am, and how I decided to have this surgery. So, here we go. I am 28 years old, and I have pretty much always had an issue with my weight. When I was a kid, I was very active, and you know, I rode horses, and I swam, and I played soccer, and I did lots of active things. And I wasn't fat as a kid, but I was bigger. I had a lot of muscle mass. I've always had a lot of muscle mass, and I got called chubby and things like that. And then, you know, when I started developing in middle school and then high school, it got worse, because we're all awkward in middle school and high school, and we all have insecurities. And when your insecurities show on your body, it's easier for people to make fun of you. So I've always had muscle, but then I started getting fat on top of that. I was never huge in high school, but people still made fun of me, and it was a very sensitive time, so of course it affected me more than I think I was originally willing to give it credit for. Then after high school, I went to college, and things got a lot better emotionally. I actually lost a lot of weight in college, the healthy way. But then in my mid-20s, not my mid-20s, my early 20s. What am I talking about? I was 21. I got diagnosed with epilepsy, and that was sort of out of the blue. It caused me to have to drop out of college. I had to move back in with my parents. I had to deal with the repercussions of having seizures, including memory loss and some aphasia and just, lethargy and depression and all kinds of stuff. I became complacent. I stopped riding horses. I've ridden horses my whole life, so that was kind of a big thing. But I stopped doing anything. And we went through multiple medications before we found one that successfully kept my seizures at bay. So so once my seizures were pretty well under control, I decided to go back to school. And in that year, I gained about 60 pounds. So when I got my new neurologist out there at my new school, I found out that the medication that I was on, called Depakote, is known to cause weight gain as one of its side effects. So that was tough to hear, but it explained a lot. My lifestyle wasn't great, but I wasn't living in a way that I should have gained 60 pounds in a year. That was pretty extreme. So he put me, my new neurologist out there, he put me on a different medication called Lamictal, which is weight neutral, and that helped. I stopped gaining weight like crazy, but it was very difficult to take the weight off. So I graduated from school in May of 2015, finally, with my bachelor's degree. And I started working right after that in my real life, for lack of a better term. I am a horseback riding instructor and a horse trainer. And I found it I still am finding it very difficult to be taken seriously, even when I was in school, because I went to school for an equine degree. When I was in school, it was hard for me to be taken seriously by a lot of people as a serious rider because of the way that I looked. So that's one main reason that I'm opting for this surgery. Since school has ended, I have gotten jobs and they've been fine, but I haven't really seen the type of progression that I would like to see. I haven't been able to hone my skills even more, and I'd like to do that. And so, and I know, and this industry, the horse industry, is extremely fickle. They're looking for people who fit a certain physique, a certain type, and I do not fit that type. I'm bigger. And I don't blame them. I understand why they want, people who look athletic, because riding takes athleticism. It is an athletic thing. So they want their people to look healthy, they want their people to look fit, and that's the face that they want for their service and for their company. So I get it. It's not great, it doesn't make me feel good, but I get it. And the jobs that I have had have been extremely accepting of me and all of that, but I feel like I could do more if I looked different. So, may not be the best reason for getting this surgery, but it's my reason and it's a valid one for me. So the other main reason is really because I've never felt super happy with myself. And especially now, in the last 3 or 4 years, I really have not been happy with what I see in the mirror. And this surgery is going to help me so much, because remember when I said I did lose weight in my first year of college? I did, but my problem, and I think a lot of people's problem, honestly, is maintaining. Maintaining is tough. Oh, there's my kitty cat. Maintaining is tough. Maintaining what would happen with me is I would be on a really good schedule. I would be eating well. I would be exercising a lot. I would be doing all the right, good, healthy things. But life would happen, and something would stress me out, or something would go wrong, or something would just fall apart. And so I relied on food. I would isolate myself. I have. In the last 4 years, I've isolated myself completely. I have a few friends, but instead of socializing and, easing my stress with the things that people normally do, which is, talk to their friends, go see movies, go out and, meet people and stuff, I replaced that with food. And now I'm starting to learn how not to do that. But while I'm learning how not to do that, I want to not be able to binge, because that's what I would do. I would go out and I would binge. I wouldn't purge, I would just binge. And then I would throw my whole diet out the window. I would say, screw it. That's, it's all gone. All the progress that I've made is for naught, and I just need to eat. So that's what would happen. Well, with this procedure, I'm not going to be physically able to binge, which is going to be very nice. If I try, I'll vomit. And since I hate puking more than anything else, it will be very nice to not physically be able to binge. And so anyway, long story short, the other reason that I'm getting this surgery is because I want to be able to look in the mirror and see somebody a little bit healthier, feel better about myself, feel more confident, and be able to go out and socialize, So anyway, those are the reasons that I have. They may not be the best for everybody, but they're mine, and they're good enough for me. So I'm excited that this is happening. I'm really excited that it's in 2 days. I feel like it couldn't have come fast enough. And I'm going to update you guys again, hopefully a little bit sooner than a month out, I think. I think I'll probably update you, hopefully at least a week out, because I want to, I hope I'm feeling up to doing that by then. I should be. So anyway, any questions that you guys have, you can feel free to leave in the comments. I want to keep making these videos so that you can see if you're going through something like this, or if you are thinking about bariatric surgery, that you can see one story and, decide if, she did all right, or, oh, that looks like too much work. Doesn't seem like it's for me, or whatever. I'm hoping that these will help you. So just let me know what you want to see next, and I'll be back to see you guys in hopefully a week. I'll see you on the other side. You guys have a wonderful day.